If you laugh when something feels wrong, you're not being polite. You're teaching people exactly where your boundaries don't exist. Reverse smiles are one of the fastest ways disrespect gets trained quietly, socially, and without a single argument. No confrontation, no explosion, just repetition. In this episode of Quiet Power Behaviors, you'll learn why laughing at the wrong moment lowers your status, how disrespect hides inside humor, and how to shut it down calmly without becoming cold, aggressive, or dramatic. And stay until the end, because I'm going to give you a simple, 3-step response system you can use anywhere: work, relationships, friends, family, so you stop rewarding disrespect with being easy. You'll also learn the one mistake that turns a single joke into a permanent role. If you laugh when something feels wrong, you're not being polite. You're teaching people exactly where your boundaries don't exist. Nervous smiles are one of the fastest ways disrespect gets trained quietly, socially, and without a single argument. No confrontation, no explosion, just repetition. In this episode of Quiet Power Behaviors, you'll learn why laughing at the wrong moment lowers your status, how disrespect hides inside humor, and how to shut it down calmly without becoming cold, aggressive, or drama. And stay until the end, because I'm going to give you a simple 3-step response system you can use anywhere: work, relationships, friends, family, so you stop rewarding disrespect with being easy. You'll also learn the one mistake that turns a single joke into a permanent role. Let's start with something subtle. You're in a group setting, maybe a meeting, maybe dinner, maybe a friend hangout. Someone says something about you that's framed as a joke, not loud, not openly hostile, just sharp enough to sting. Maybe it's about your appearance. Maybe it's about your choices. Maybe it's about a mistake you made once. Maybe it's about a boundary you set, like you're too serious, too sensitive, too picky, too much. Peep, let chuckle. There's that half-second pause where everyone looks at you. Your body reacts first. A small heat in your face, a tightening in your chest. Your mind races. What do I do? If I push back, I'll look intense. If I say nothing, I'll look weak. If I laugh, it's safe. So you laugh. Maybe you smile. Maybe you add a self-deprecating comment to show you're cool. Maybe you roll with it to keep the vibe. And the moment passes, but something important just happened. That person didn't just make a joke, they ran a test. And your nervous laugh answered it. Not because you're weak, not because you can handle humor, but because you've been trained to value social smoothness over self-respect, especially in public. And here's the part most people miss. Disrespect doesn't start loud. It starts playful. When it starts playful, it's harder to fight, because the second you resist, they can hide behind the joke. And the group, sometimes without realizing it, pressures you to keep it light. So you don't correct it, you absorb it, and the next time, the joke goes a little further. Human behavior is shaped by feedback loops more than intentions. Most people don't wake up thinking, I am going to disrespect someone today. But many people, especially insecure or status-oriented people, constantly test others to see what they can get away with. Humor is one of their favorite tools because it comes with built-in protection. If you laugh, they win socially. If you don't laugh, you look uptight. If you confront them, they claim you're overreacting. If you explain your feelings, they treat it like a debate. That's why humor is such a powerful delivery system for disrespect. It gives them plausible deniability and puts you in a lose-lose position, unless you know how to respond with quiet power. Now let's talk about the nervous smile itself. A nervous smile is not neutral. It communicates 3 things at once. 1. You notice the dissers. Pecked. 2. You felt discomfort. 3. You chose not to enforce a boundary. That combination is like a map. It tells people where the line is and that you won't protect it. And here's a deeper layer. Nervous laughter often comes from 2 forces happening at the same time. Force number 1. Belonging pressure. Humans are wired to avoid social rejection. In a group, even a small moment of tension can feel like danger. Your body tries to smooth it out. Force number 2. Identity pressure. If you see yourself as chill, easygoing, kind, or low drama, your brain avoids actions that would contradict that identity. So you have to stay consistent with who you think you are. But quiet power is the identity upgrade. You're not chill in a way that allows disrespect. You calm in a way that enforces standards. Here's the key principle. People don't respect the person who keeps the peace. They respect the person who keeps the boundary quietly. And boundaries are not mainly words, they're patterns. If you repeatedly laugh at what hurts you, you train people that your discomfort is not a stop sign. It's a green light. You're training disrespect through humor. If you recognize several of these: 1. You laugh in the moment, then replay it later feeling smaller. 2. You add self-deprecating comments to take the hit first. 3. The jokes gradually escalate over time. 4. The jokes only happen when there's an audience. 5. You feel relief when the moment ends, not connection. 6. They say I'm just kidding the second you hesitate. 7. They don't joke that way with people they truly respect. 8. Your body tenses before you smile. 9. The humor targets your boundaries, not shared joy. 10. You feel pressure to prove you're cool with it. 11. You notice your eye contact drops after you laugh. 12. You feel anger later because you didn't protect yourself in the moment. If that list felt familiar, here's the good news. You don't need to become confrontational. You need to become predictable. Quiet power is predictable. If you want scripts that shut down disrespect without starting conflict, comment, and subscribe. This channel is about quiet power and self-protection, not manipulation, not intimidation, not cruelty, just the skills that make you hard to exploit in everyday life. Now let's install the system. This is the quiet power rule for today. Stop rewarding disrespect with social comfort. Your goal isn't to punish people. Your goal is to remove the payoff, because most disrespect disguised as humor is a behavior that survives on one thing: your participation. So we're going to build a response system that escalates cleanly. Level 1. Remove the reward. Level 2. Name reality. Level 3. Close to just kidding escape. Level 4. Remove access. Level 5. Lock the pattern long term. Level 1. Remove the reward. Principle. Disrespect dies without feedback. Script. None. Behavior. Neutral face. Stillness. No smile. When they make the joke, you don't laugh. You don't glare. You don't perform anger. You simply don't reward it. Then you continue as if you didn't hear it. Or you look at them calmly for a second and return to what you were doing. Why it works. Many people make jokes because they want social points. Laughter is the currency. When you don't pay, they don't. Profit. Quiet power detail. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness is control. Level 2. Name reality calmly. If it happens again, you don't bring it up later with a long emotion or conversation. You address it in the moment briefly. Principle. Say what's true. Stop there. Script is less than or equal to 12 words. I don't find that funny. Then silence. No explanation. No smile. No softening. You let the awkwardness land where it belongs on them. Why it works. You don't argue intent. You're not accusing them of evil. You're just removing your participation. Level 3. Close the just kidding escape. This is where most people lose power. They accept the shield. They say, I know you're joking, and then laugh anyway. Don't do that. Principle. Don't debate meaning. If they say, relax, I'm just kidding. Script is less than or equal to 12 words. I know, still not for me. Then you turn away. Continue the conversation with someone else. Change the topic. Keep moving. Why it works. You confirm you understand, but you don't permit it. You don't attack. You don't explain. You don't negotiate. Level 4. Remove access. If it continues, the behavior is no longer a mistake. It's a pattern. Quiet. Power responds to patterns with distance, not speeches. Principle. Disrespect loses power without access. Script is less than or equal to 12 words. I'm going to step away. Behavior. You step away. At work. Why? You end the conversation and return to your task. With friends. You excuse yourself. Get water. Change seats. Talk to someone else. With family. You end the call. I'll talk later. Why it works. If the joke is a test, access is the reward. When you remove access, the test stops being worth it. Level 5. Lock the pattern long term. Quiet power isn't a one-time line. It's a consistent response. This is the part that makes you hard to exploit. Principle. Same behavior from them gives same response from you. Script is less than or equal to 12 words. As I said, I'm not playing along with that. Behavior. Repeat your boundary without new explanations, then disengage. Over time, people learn this person doesn't reward disrespect. Not with laughter, not with anger, not with attention, just with calm refusal. That's Q. You get power. Mistake 1. You outjoke disrespect. You tease back. You get sharper. You try to win. That escalates the game. It doesn't end it. Quiet power doesn't win the joke war. It ends the war by removing the reward. Mistake 2. You wait until you're angry. You tolerate it 5 times, then explode on the 6th. That teaches them your boundary is emotional, not real. Quiet power enforces early calmly. Mistake 3. You explain why it hurt. You give a speech. You share your feelings. You ask them to understand. If someone is using humor as disrespect, they lines treat your feelings as a debate topic. Quiet power doesn't put your dignity on trial. One line, one boundary, one consequence. Mistake 1. You outjoke disrespect. You tease back. You get sharper. You try to win. That escalates the game. It doesn't end it. Quiet power doesn't win the joke war. It ends the war by removing the reward. Mistake 2. You wait until you re-angry. You tolerate it 5 times, then explode on the 6th. That teaches them your boundary is emotional, not real. Quiet power enforces early calmly. Mistake 3. You explain why it hurt. You give a speech. You share your feelings. You ask them to understand. If someone is using humor as disrespect, they'll treat your feelings as a debate topic. Quiet power doesn't put your dignity on trial. Any line, one boundary, one consequence, one workplace. Scenarios. Scenario. Your workload becomes a joke. Someone says, of course you'll do it, you always do. Level 1. Neutral. Face. No laugh. If repeated. Script. I'm handling my responsibilities. Then continue with your point. If they push, relax. It's a joke. Script. I know. Still not for me. B. Act to business. Why it works at work. You stay professional. You don't attack. You remove the reward. Scenario B. Mocking disguised as team culture. Someone jokes about your mistakes publicly. Script. Keep it professional, then silence. This is not emotional. It's a standard. 2. Scenario. Personal topics turned into jokes. They joke about your insecurities, your family, your boundaries. Level 1. No laugh. If repeated. Script. Don't jock. Then you move on. If they say, you're too sensitive. Script. I'm not debating it. Then distance. Why it works in relationships. Respect grows where boundaries are consistent. 3 friend group scenarios. Scenario. You become the punchline. It's subtle until you notice it's always you. Level 1. No laugh. Change your body position. Shift seats. LK to someone else. if it happens again. Script. I'm not into that. Then disengage. Why it works with friends. Healthy friends adjust. Unhealthy groups push back. Either way, you learn. 4 family scenarios. Scenario. Teasing as control. They joke to keep you in a role. Script. I'm not playing along with that. Then end the call or leave the room. If guilt appears, you so dramatic. Script. We'll talk later. Click. Why it works with family. Love doesn't require tolerating disrespect. Next episode. Episode 3. The Just Kidding Shield. How people escape accountability. After you push back, you'll learn why they flip the script, act wounded, and try to make you feel guilty the moment you enforce a boundary and the one calm response that ends the loop. Episode 4. To that, stop explaining yourself. Why explanations kill. Boundaries. Because the more you explain, the more negotiable you become. Next episode. Episode 3. The Just Kidding Shield. How people escape accountability after you push back. You'll learn why they flip the script, act wounded, and try to make you feel guilty the moment you enforce a boundary and the one calm response that ends he loop. Episode 4. After that. Stop explaining yourself. Why explanations kill boundaries. Because the more you explain, the more negotiable you become. Ending. Quiet power isn't loud. It doesn't hog you. It doesn't perform confidence. It simply stops rewarding disrespect. If you can tolerate a few seconds of silence, you gain years of self-respect. And once your boundaries become predictable, people stop testing you because the game no longer pays. Comment com if you want the script pack for workplace, relationships, friends, and family. Subscribe to continue Quiet Power Bahar. Vias. Silence isn't weakness. It's selection.